Have you ever wondered how you've managed to move forward through every trial in life? How you've found the strength to dry your tears and continue with your plans and dreams? Have you ever asked yourself if it's really been only by your own strength without anyone's help at all? Have you stopped to think that there is something, or rather someone, who pushes you to keep going in the middle of those storms that sometimes shake your life? And if so, have you realized who it is that always gives you the strength to rise up and keep moving forward, even when everything looks dark and uncertain? Yes, it's God. It is God's love that has sustained you all this time. It is His love that has lifted you up every time you've fallen, every time you've wanted to give up. Because God always acts out of love, no matter our condition as human beings. The purpose of God is to show us His infinite love in countless ways, and He does it every single day. Maybe we don't notice it, but God shows us His love when we see a new sunrise, when we receive the smile of a loved one, when He answers a prayer, or even when we see food served on the table, no matter how simple it may be. That's how God demonstrates His unconditional love for each of us. And as if that weren't enough, God does so much more. He never grows tired of reminding us that we are His children and that He loves us deeply. He shows us His love when we are facing difficulties, when sadness fills our hearts, when we're overwhelmed with 1,000 questions and not a single answer. That's when God shows us His love the most. Even though many times we ignore that it was He who was behind that solution. Yes, because sometimes the storm passes, the sun rises again in our lives, and we're happy because we managed to move forward, but we often forget to recognize that it was God who was behind it all, arranging things and strengthening us before opening the way out of that challenge life placed in front of us. We forget to be grateful, and we forget about God. A passage in Psalm 94 says, "I cried out, my foot is slipping, and your unfailing love, Lord, supported me. When anxiety was great within me, your consolation brought me joy." I believe God expects us to become more aware of how many times He works in our lives, of how He uses circumstances and even people to bless us. Yet so often we ignore it. We are not always able to sense the presence of our Creator because, sadly, we have allowed ourselves to forget Him. But it's not too late. There is still time to keep God in our hearts and minds every single day. Every morning, lift up a prayer to heaven, asking for His guidance and protection. And every night, give thanks for His kindness and blessings. And in the middle of hardships, open your eyes to see how God places situations and people by your side to strengthen you and help you move forward. My prayer for you today is that God bless you, and may you never forget, especially in difficult times, that the love of God will hold you up. Blessings. Subscribe, and until next time.